you entered a plea of no contest on February 21st.
Here we go. 10 years in TDC. That's not just legal jargon. That's a decade of your life in a cell. Every answer from here on out isn't just words, it could be freedom or 10 years gone. Pressure through the roof.
To the offense of murder, you entered a plea of true to the enhancement. The court found the enhancement true based upon your plea of true to the enhancements in States Exhibits 1 and attachments. And the court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 25 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon, and the state is taking in consideration 2020 CR 6409, night mag number 686664, county court cause number 674688. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
We have, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. State any...
Hold up, he's not sure what the new charges are. That's not a great sign. Whether it's mental fog or just not being prepped, walking into court without knowing what you're facing is like bringing a spoon to a gunfight.
Witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, one witness, Your Honor.
All right. Call your witness.
Defense would call Brenda Torres.
Brenda Torres, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, I'm going to need you to keep your voice up so that the court reporter can hear and I can hear. Defense?
Ms. Torres, what is your relationship to the defendants?
His wife.
The microphone, not me. Okay, his wife. Do you have a child together? A child. 6-year-old son. What grade would that be in? How long have you known the defendant?
Listen closely, he's got 3 sons and hasn't seen some in over a year. This isn't just about a probation violation. It's about missed birthdays, broken routines, and a father disconnected from his kids. The court sees a case, he's living a collapse.
And when was the child born? How many years thereafter was the child? 2 years later. And what separated you at that point from Mr. Vega?
I'm sorry, I'm going to need you to speak up.
Okay, what kind of person did you know Mr. Vega to be at that time?
Okay, so here's the thing. You're going to have to speak up. And you need to talk the way you're talking to people if you're not in court, because nobody can hear you. And if I can't hear you, guess what? You might as well not testify, because then I won't be able to consider anything. So you're going to have to keep your voice raised. Do you see the level I'm at? That's the level you need to be. I know sometimes you're nervous, but if you want me to hear what you're saying, I can only hear it if you speak up. Okay?
How old are you now, Ms. Torres? 22. And you have a 6-year-old child. Have you raised that child alone? It's not an easy thing to do, is it? Is it easier to keep your voice up so everybody can hear you? All right, let's do that then. Okay, so you say you were separated from Mr. Vega at the point that you were pregnant because Mr. Vega were you ever reunited with Mr. Vega?
He came for a vacation, but then from here back there.
Okay. While he was in jail, did you have any communication or contact with Mr. Vega? Without citing quotations from those conversations or those letters, how would you describe them in general?
Emotional, lovers, I never felt we lost love again.
Did he ever bring up, for example, anything about his son?
Yes, I know he's a not explain anything to them right now. He's almost that.
Your son's 6 years old, but he doesn't know anything about his father?
No.
Does he know his father's name?
Yes.
When do you think you might be willing to share those things with your son? He's about 8? Okay. How often would you speak to Fabian or Mr. Vega rather?
Less than 2 weeks after getting probation, he picks up new charges. That's fast. Judges see this as a pattern, not a misstep. And in court, patterns build outcomes.
Rather, while he was in jail.
Recently it's been a lot about for your father. Getting rid of the hospital is very difficult. So not being able to together. It's a lot of emotion.
Okay. Did he ever express remorse for the
So please apologize. Seriously, they'll apologize for not being able to use it. So it's
What do you look forward to, if anything?
from being able to see the time that we started in school.
How do you care for your son as a single mother? Do you have a job, for example?
I do. I'm a mom for life. At one.
And who cares for your? Well, he went to school while you're at your work.
At work.
Okay.
No, he's grand.
With your grandmother or
My mom.
your mom? Okay. So your mom's been part of the child's life as what? What does your mom think about Mr. Vega at some point reuniting with them?
She's ready. She wants me to tell Baby about me and it's not her fault. So,
Is there anything else you'd like to share with the court before?
just saying that I to be here. So, then what all friends.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions?
Just a couple questions, Your Honor. Ma'am, how old is your son? Time that the defendant, David Vega, spent with that son back then?
None. So, then juvenile.
So none. And he's never seen him?
He's seen him.
Seen. But he participated in his son, 6-year-old, your son's life, how much?
None because he's been in juvenile or in jail.
He's in juvenile in jail, but he was not in jail when he committed this murder.
Yes, I know.
So how much time did he spend with the son then?
He did it.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
All right, what's your son's last name?
Brenda?
All right, thank you.
Judge, we have. May I?
Any further witnesses?
No further witnesses, Judge. Just elocution. Defendant.
All right. He's going to be subject to cross-examination. I understand what allocution is, but if he wants to give his statement, he's going to be subject to cross-examination. He gave up the right to remain silent when he entered his plea.
All right. Let me just check with him and then see what he says. Your Honor, he would like to allocute.
Oh, can you rate?
And just like that, 3 years. No theatrics, no drawn-out deliberation. The judge weighs it all and makes the call. If you're wondering how fast things can turn in court, this is it.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right, Vince.
I believe he just wants to share with the court a few words.
I want to say that I know what life and I want to apologize to my family, my family, my cousin for the wrong. Regret everything I did. But most things. I know I'm going to prison and I don't want to get myself right over there by getting my GED. Right through high school, took tattoo line. Partner with Greg in the past, and I think we my kids go home to be a good father to my son. go home clean. It's probably about me and not by myself, no more situations that I'm in now. I ask that you be so much on me, the things, I like, some being out there, and I like to be like that. Like that.
Any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Vega, and your Thank you. You stated you were asked about this incident here. You said that in here it says my neighbors told me then where I was, my name, that I had tattoos. I tried to fight it with self-defense. So, are you saying this is self-defense?
No, sir.
Okay, but so that's wrong here. Is that correct? Okay. So did you lie in here?
No. No, sir.
But it says self-defense here.
I wasn't in my life at that moment. I've been trying to, but you can't carry before, so it was.
Do you feel that you had a right to kill that day?
No, sir. I felt like I should have handled the situation a lot like different. Or you, this is my reaction.
You know you killed one individual, but then you shot 3 individuals that day. You do realize that, correct? And that you were shooting into a park, Father Benavides Park. You're aware of that. And there are people out there that you're randomly shooting at. You're aware of that.
Yes, sir.
And then you say your witness of yours backed out. Who was the witness?
My roommate, Caleb.
Caleb was willing to testify against you. You do realize that.
Yes, sir.
So how did he back out? Because he was going to tell the truth?
I don't know.
No further questions, John.
Right, anything else?
Mr. Vega, did you grow up your entire childhood with both your parents?
No, sir.
Can you please explain that to me?
I grew up on a CPS kit, so I wasn't be around most days, I was having like a hard life, so I don't really know my actions, but didn't have to grow up like right or wrong.
When did CPS order you into care of a foster home? And how was your experience with that foster family?
It was bad. That's all. I didn't know that.
Still keep in touch with that foster family?
No, sir.
Still keep in touch with your mother, your father regularly?
No, sir.
So when you go to prison, you said you're going to take parenting classes?
Yes, sir.
Why would you need to learn how to be a loving father?
I was how to be one. My never had that growing up, so I learned to learn. So when I go home, I can be one. Like,
What about the drugs?
just as well. My parents going down there, take you to well. Might how that girl probably going up and all that stuff before. We go home.
And why didn't you ever graduate high school?
I know incarcerated and locked up.
Well, what are you going to be focused on when you go to prison? You're just going to go to prison and you're going to have your GED?
No, sir. I'm gonna go to tennis and get my GED. Michael and G.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vega, why does it take you going to prison for you to wake up and realize that you what's right from wrong? I don't understand that. Like, why does it take going to prison for you to say, I'm going to get my GED, I'm going to be in my son's life, I'm going to be a good parent, I'm going to get off drugs? Because I'm looking at your history, and you've been in trouble with the law as a juvenile since 2013. And it started with graffiti at a church or a school, and you were on deferred for that for 6 months. And I know, because I've toured their facilities, I know they give you an opportunity for your GED and for you to do all of that to get your life on track. And then you pick up another case in 2014. Then you are in need of supervision in 2015. And then you have a possession in 2015 and evading in 2015. And this, what I'm talking about, is just your juvenile history. And it goes on and on and on. 2016, 2017, all juvenile. And then you have this incident out of Waco, where I'm assuming you went to TYC. I know they don't call it TYC anymore, but you went there. And it appears that you didn't learn anything. And then now we're here for this. And how old are you?
22.
All right, you're 23. And I know what young people think because I was in your position. When people get sentenced to go to prison and they're young, they think it's the end of the world for them. But time goes by so quickly. I can't believe how quickly this year has passed. And you still have a chance to improve your life. Like there's someone here who's dead. They're not, and I want you to think about this, they're not having graduation. If they were going to graduate, you can say, hey, that person was a horrible person too, or did horrible things. But guess what? They're not going to graduate. They're not going to see any grandchildren maybe they were going to have. They're not going to get a chance to improve themselves here on the planet because they're no longer with us. So there are many things that they won't be able to do. I don't understand why, if you have a child who's 6 years old, instead of doing this, why were you not spending as much time with them as you could? The witness tells me that you're very, very loving. Then a very loving person would be, I want to spend as much time with my son as I can because I've missed out so much on his life. I went through Child Protective Services, so I want to make sure my son doesn't go through that. I didn't have a good father, so I want to make sure my son has that. That's not so much about you knowing right from wrong. That's just like common. You understand? All right. The court we're here arguing, his cap is 25 years. State, I'm assuming you're asking for 25?
Yes, you are.
All right. And defense?
Defense is asking for mercy, and we're asking for that in a situation where there's been a death and murder, and that life can't be brought back. So there's nothing we can say to change that fact. This young man, having growing up without father and mother, there's nothing we can do to change that either. This young man making poor choices, not being around his son as his son was growing up, and being rather with people who are involved in drugs and guns. There's nothing we can say to change that either. But we have heard from him. He knows this is pretty much his last chance to turn his life around. He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life in prison. So we are asking for mercy, Your Honor. He has explained what his plans and goals are to the court, being get his high school diploma so he can get a decent job out there, and take enough education and courses and therapy so that he's able to break his chains of addiction, Your Honor, and also learn to be a good parent to his son who's out there waiting for him, and his wife, Ms. Brenda Torres, to be a good husband to his wife. We're asking for leniency from the court. Full knowledge that we can't change the fact that we're dealing with a murder here.
All right. And Mr. Vega, I want you to know at some point in time, our actions are our own. We can no longer blame it on the rough childhood we had. Because a lot of people had a rough childhood. A lot of people had parents that were not in their lives. Some people had parents who were in their lives and shouldn't have been in their lives. But I do take in consideration when I hear that. Because as a defense attorney, I used to always get upset when the state would say, well, this person didn't commit a murder and they had a rough life. I want you to know I look at people as individuals. You understand? All right. So I'm going to sentence you to 25 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Take in consideration 2020 CR 6409, night mag number 68664 and 674688. That's the county court cause number 674688. I'll ask for you to have the therapeutic community You'll have to request that. That's to help you with any drug addictions that you may have. If you don't request it,